Here's one way to upgrade this bike. Get yourself the Hope Pro 5 rear hub that takes the XD drive, micro spline and hyperglide at 135mm quick release. Once you do that now, the next thing that you want to do, build it onto a good rim, spokes, right? Also get your front wheel built up as well. So you got matching wheels. So you got good high quality wheels. Now the next thing you also want to keep in mind while I'm telling you this, let's say you want to be that person that wants to be able to run the Shimano SLX, Dio, XT, XTR, right? Same components. You can do that because you can run hyperglide at the back on the Hope Pro 5 at 135mm. Because I already contacted Hope by email and everything. I went on their website, looked at the blown up diagram. I already saw all the information. If you're a person what's on the SRAM side, you can do the SRAM GX, X01, and you have XX1. So you got access to the whole group set that you can put onto the bike, because the Hope Pro 5, the 135mm, gives you access to that. And as long you buy the two other driver bodies, you're good to go. Or some people call it drive shells. So basically, even if you buy the one what is the hyperglide, make sure you buy the XD drive and the actual micro spline, so you can always switch around your group set. So now you've got 3 of them. All you have to do, take off the wheel, pull it off, switch the next one on, run any group set you want. That gives you access to any of the group set on the bike that you may find limited. The front end, this is what you want to do. Down here, you want to get yourself the Hope ZS44. Now, once you do that at the top now, you get the bottom one, what is the Hope EC44, because this is 44mm internal circumference, right? Top and bottom. So this is what converts you into tapered. This is the 1.5. So the EC means external cup. The 44 is to do the diameter, right? This means ZS0 stack, 44 diameter. So once you got that at the top, was the ZS44 to the EC44, now you can go tapered. Now if I turn my light on, you can see I got boost forks. You can see for yourself I got 15, 110mm. As you can see, I'm trying to focus in. 27.5, 29, 51mm offset. So that way you're good to go. Then you can get yourself the it's the DT Swiss F2321. That's the 100mm forks. You can get yourself the Fox 32s, 100mm forks at the front. Or if you're that type of person that wants to save money, you can get yourself like the RockShot Recons, what I have. However, I prefer DT Swiss and Fox. Now, once you do that now you've got the front end done, you've got the back end done, and you can run any group set on the bike. So for you to keep this bike relevant for the years to come, that's the way you want to go, right? You can go with people like Industry 9 if you want to. It's a very expensive wheel set. You can go with Halo. You got them as well. You can go for Chris King. I checked the other day. I didn't see him doing like 135 on the website. When I last checked, I couldn't find it. Yeah, so you also got DT Swiss that does the 1900 HU that you could put onto the bike as well. But their rims at 25mm internal diameter. These rims that you see are literally got their 30mm internal diameter, but I think the external width is 35. It's 35. So if you look at it, this says Vapor 35 because the external diameter is 35, but the internal diameter is 30mm internal diameter. So that means you could take a 2.25 tire up to 2.8s. So that's the size these things can take. The front suspension can fit a 2.8 tire, and it does take up to a 210mm rotor. However, the back end only takes up to 2 2.35. So I'm running the 2.25s front and back. So I'm using Mezcal's back, Basel's front. Mezcal's is good for dry and hard pack, very fast. The Basel's is good for great cornering, handling, wet condition, muddy condition. The front end is very good for control. So if you want the ultimate control, do that at the front and you ain't gonna go wrong. Now, 2 Mezcals, yes, it's fast, but you may feel the cornering's a bit scary and dangerous at the front with a Mezcal at the front. You got Peyotes was designed for raw speed, right? If you really want the fastest what to do. Double Basel's I wouldn't recommend. Double Basel's, yes, it's very grippy, but the thing is slow. Trust me, you lose a lot of power. So don't do that. Don't do double Basel's. If you want to go somewhere, do double Mezcals, but don't do double Basel's. Best thing I recommend is Basel front, Mezcal rear. So this is the thing I consider. Get yourself a dropper post. As you see, I got one here. I got the remote over here. If you're the person that wants a lever to suspension, DT Swiss do offer that option as well. However, be honest with you, I prefer my control on the bike. However, if you're that person where you're racing and you're taking this thing professionally, you're gonna want to have the access here. So depending on the terrain that you want, you can just press your button without taking your hands off the bars. If you set your one upside down, because I've got a dropper post here, so just dropper post, I can't put the actual remote underneath here, because if I put the remote here, I ain't got nowhere to put the dropper post, so I had to put this one at the top. However, if you've got the one that goes underneath this way, it's kind of difficult, because now you've got your shifter, and then he's like, how do you get this underneath here if you've got this here, and then you got your dropper post? It's a bit kind of difficult to set up unless you want to be that type of person where you don't really want to move that way from the bar, because you want to hold on and have access, change at will, and then you just have to be more controlling like that, control your seat post. Then you've got your shifter. If you're controlling your Garmin, pressing the button, you see, you press the button, it goes back to the main menu like here, to the top. Then you press the button here. I'm still on the bars, you can see. So that means when you're cycling, you don't have to let go of the bars, you're on the bars. And then you got the bell, where it's like ding, like that. So everything's on the bars, so you don't need to move your hands off. So everything on this side, your hands on, that's what you want. So you want quick access to everything. This light, unfortunately, don't support that feature where you put the USB cable to the button where you can control the light. They removed that. They don't add that. They took away a lot of the features from off the light. So this is just like a basic light. They removed a lot of that off. So this is what you want to do. Get yourself the design. This is the design alert AI. Sorry. This is the saddle AI alert 250 rear light. Impressive battery life. It's got alert technology. You could turn it on and off by holding it about 5 seconds. It sits on the saddle, doesn't move. It's excellent. Maximum 250 lumens, right? You got your Lezyne Mega Drive 2400. This is very good, especially going for forest and dark areas, river areas. You got the Light Drive 1200 lumens. That's at the bottom. If you want to, you could take it off. You could put like a GoPro Hero 13 Black at the bottom if you want to. It's a Garmin connector. You connect it on. You can put a Garmin record. You can do anything you want with it. So this is the bike here. You got your frame bag here, pedals. Over this side, you can see I have the pump. See the pump? This is the HP pump. This is my brand new one. Never used it yet. So this is my brand new Lezyne HP one. Come, other one broke. So if I break down, I'm good to go. I got all my selfie stick in here for recording. I got my puncher kits. I got everything all up in here, so you can see. So when I'm in here, look, you got all the everything in there. Look, I've got the puncher kit down here. Got the tool kit. Normally I have my battery pack and charger, but it's not in there. It's indoors. Need to charge it. Got my selfie stick here for recording and stuff like that. So I'm good to go. So this is how you have it. So just have it like that. and you're good to go. So this is the way to do up the bike if you really want to do it up. You can do it something like that. So that's a Specialized Rockhopper Sport. This 2021 model. It's still a good bike. It's got a decent weight to it. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. Right? It's comfortable. Once you modify and upgrade the bike like this, then you're good to go. So get rid of them SR Suntour forks. Get rid of them. Get rid of the 9-speed. Go 12-speed. Go like with a 12-speed group set. We got a single ring at the back, 12-speed at the back. Upgrade yourself to tapered at the front. Means you got access to all the forks. 100mm maximum. If you go over 100mm, you will void your warranty. And if any accident, if it happens to you, Specialized or any other bike company is not reliable. I am not reliable. So all I'm saying is, speaking from me and speaking what all the companies will tell you, right? Everything is really documented on the website, right? When you go on the website, if you go to the actual support page, they'll tell you everything about the bike. They'll tell you the forks they'll tell you the maximum forks that can go on. They'll tell you the maximum size wheels that goes on. They'll tell you everything that you need to know. So whatever you do, please go to the support page. Please read the documentation, right? Read everything like that before you start suing or blaming anyone, because everything's already been documented. So I, Specialized, will not tell you to put any forks higher than 100mm onto this bike, because we already tell you that the maximum that you could take is 100mm. If you go over 100mm on your forks, it's at your own risk. Not me or Specialized or anyone will be held responsible, because it's already been documented of what the maximum of what the bike can take. Just putting that out there for people to know, right? Just putting that out there for the people to know, right? For the people to know. So that's it right there. This is Kurohana D Tatsumaki back at you again once again with another video talking about the upgrades that you should do if you're going for a bike like this. The last video that I did make years ago, at the time, there was no company that was offering the components that was needed to keep the bike relevant at the time. Now that video at that time was relevant there, but now that video is not relevant now. So the video I'm making now is relevant now. So if you saw the video that's probably got over 10,000, that video is irrelevant now, but relevant then, if you understand. But the video I'm making now is relevant now because things changed. The one thing with the bike market, things do change. You will get that point where you have components was there, next minute now they're not there. So it's very hit and miss. So at the moment there is good amount of stuff to keep the bike running. It's not redundant just yet. So you just have to kind of spend quite a bit of money on the upgrading the bike. So these are the type of bike where you have like well-known established companies. However, you gotta pay to play. So just keep that in mind. If you wanna pay to play, right? Just know Hope Pro 5 is gonna be your best bet, right? Designed and built in the UK, so that's the best thing. So Hope is a UK company is it Barsonwick up there. So the best thing about them, they got their own research, their own development. They design it. It's made in the UK, so that's a good thing. So you have to worry about anything getting imported. So they got all of that there. So that's one thing I like about Hope. So if they need to make anything or get anything out, all the factories and everything's here. It's all done here. So yeah, go with Hope. Hope's the best way to go. And that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna be taking a trip around London to get some air out. That's what I'm gonna do. Just out, got my trainers on like that. Just out in this place, as you can see, out here, looking good. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. This is me. I have Ado with me, the iconic Japanese singer. If you ain't checked out Ado, you have to check this woman out. You got to check this woman. This woman is incredible. When I mean incredible, I mean incredible. She has incredible talent. This woman is miraculous, right? She's majestic. She's like an angel sent from God down into earth. Just put it that way. You just have to check her out, right? Her music will take you to a whole new world. The way how she will captivate you, the way she will change your life. Please check out Ado. If you ain't known about Ado, A-D-O, Ado, right? Check out Ado. She's a brilliant singer and you won't regret it. Check out things like the songs called Show, right? Check out Oboe. Check out a lot of those music. Check out Value. Check out Elf. Check out New Genesis. Check out Top Musica, right? There's a lot of music that she has that's incredible that you will like. Check out Usiwa, and you will like it. Trust me. Now getting back to the bike. Now we're gonna take this for a ride. Keep it moving, and that's what we're gonna do. And that's it. Any questions that you've got on this bike here, let me know and I will answer them in another video. So had this bike from 28th of September 2021, right? So we're already in October, so September. So it's already been 4 years, September, October. So had this bike for over 4 years now. So September 28th, 2021. Now, yeah, over 4 years. So this is the condition of my bike 4 years. Tell me how you feel. I looked after it. Frame's still looking good. Let me turn on the light. You can see, look, frame looking good. This is what it looks like after 4 years. So 4 years of riding, the bike still works. It's not damaged. It's doing what it has to do. Be honest with you, 4 years kind of went quite fast. So I got videos on my channel when I first had the bike, and I got videos of it to how it is now. So if I had to go for a next bike, I'm gonna go for the Ado e-bike. So basically it says you could do up to like 62 miles. It's a foldable bike. They've got it like in a green, I think they've got in a blue, in like a dark grey colour. Right, that's what I think, that's the ultra model. I just want something like that where I can just unfold, charge it up. After I charge it up, I can go for a ride. I'm good to go. Sometimes you want a little bit of electric power. Sometimes I may want to be able to say, okay, I want to go up Muswell Hill. Sometimes you just don't want to. Sometimes you don't want to be putting all that sweaty work down at Muswell Hill. You know what I mean? Like wearing out all your components, grinding your components, like tearing up there. Don't get me wrong, it's good for health and fitness, but sometimes I just don't want to do it. Sometimes I just want to fly up the hill. Alexandra Palace, Crystal Palace, West Hampstead Hill. You got so much hilly places that you want to fly up. You may be going that places. You may be going through all them Greenwich areas when you're going up like what's that place called again? Is it Blackheath? All them places that you got around with all these big steep hills. Sometimes you just want to be able to just press the button and 15 miles an hour shooting up it with no problems. Run up that hill, right? No problems. So that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. So yeah, man. So I want to get myself a little e-bike and have a little experience. So I've got this bike, which will be my main bike that I have park up. I could just put this on my balcony, throw like a bike sheet over it and just leave it there. And just have my e-bike I can ride in it. I did have a project was called it was a One Piece project. One Piece is based on Ichiro Oda Sensei's work in Japan. He's the Japanese author to the manga One Piece. So if you ain't seen him, check him out. He's literally one of the best creators of all time, besides Akira Toriyama for Dragon Ball, right? So I had a bike design that was called Metal D Atlas. I don't really want to spoil it for people who ain't got that far in One Piece, but there's a part in One Piece where there's a character that's been introduced, and I wanted to build a bike after her. So there's a character called Atlas, that's all I'm going to say. And because Raceface had the bar that actually said Atlas on the bar, she was more stronger. Case off going with her direction. So it was called Metal D Atlas, and they had the bike in pink with the yellow. I found the Hope brakes that had the blue that matches the eye color. I found every single thing to do the Metal D Atlas project. However, the project would have been maybe around like £7,500 because of the Fox forks that goes into the bike was the Fox Factory Gold. What was the high-end performance fork was like at least over £1,000 for the forks. Those are the type of forks that you put onto a RockShox Epic, because a RockShox Epic is the high-end cross-country like trail bike, right? It's your highest cross-country bike in it. So that's what that's for. So the crazy thing was, why would I put a Fox Factory at that level on a chisel? Was the entry level of that. So however, because of the color scheme that matches the Atlas, that was the best forks to go to make it happen. So when I thought about the whole build with the whole transmission and getting the saddle and even her the grips that I could get, I saw everything that was needed. The only issue was I liked the idea of the project, but I didn't want to spend at least £7,500 to make it happen. If I took that outside and I started promoting the One Piece Atlas theme bike, it's going to bring too much attention, too much danger. My mum did say to me, son, try not to have too much of these flashy ass type of things, because remember, I live with you, you live with me, we're coming back through the same door. We just don't want no trouble come to our door. My mum says, son, if anyone comes to the door and try knock down the door, kick down the door, my mum says, son, I don't want to be responsible for any of your things, innit? That's what my mum said. That's what my mum said to me, son. Don't even do it. My mum always says, remember I'm here, you know. Remember I'm here, you know. So that's why I typed man agreed and said, you know what, my mum's right. Don't even do it. Because once I have a bike like that and you go outside, everybody will sit and be like, ooh, we want that. So don't get me wrong. I'm very creative and imaginative, right? I have that unique type of taste. Not just in bikes, in the way I dress, in many different things. However, sometimes it shouldn't be expressed unless you're in the right place for it to be expressed. So I scrapped that. So I'm just gonna go for the idle bike. Go for that, run with that, and that's what it's gonna be. So once I go for something like that, then that's what it's gonna be, just like that. So it's a 20-inch e-bike, 62 miles, get the job done. It's not taking up too much space. The reason why I had to sell off my Echo Pure when my friend sold it on eBay, because of one reason. The reason why I had to get sold off, because I had no space in my room to put it. At least with an e-bike, foldable bike, I could fold the bike, I could put my balcony, I could put a little cover over it. Right, you see what I mean? It's good to go, it's good to go, so it's not a problem. All I've got to do is put it out there, whatever, or even if I have to put this one out there. Like the other one I could fold, you can get the passageway, the plug's right there, charge it up. I could put the bike anywhere. I can set up a part of my room where I could stick it over there, and it's good to go. So that's what I'm looking at next. Like, so sometimes when I want to go somewhere and I'm like, you know what, I'm not feeling it, man. I'm not feeling it. I could just jump onto the e-bike and I know I can go. So I know I can go. Sometimes it's always good to have, man, because sometimes if my mum says, okay, you go to your dad's place, or if anyone says to me, can you do this, can you do that, can you do this, at least I can do it, innit? At least it makes it easy. Even if someone calls me, even if one of her friends called me and said, yo, can you pass by? Oh, you're around, you're around. At least I could have back. Boom, 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 boom. I could have pressed the button. I said, where are you? Bang. Turn on the computer. I got sports mode, all the modes there. You put the foot down. Bang. The idle bite's gone. The idle bite's gone. Vroom, vroom, vroom. I can leave this at home. At least that way it's not sweaty. I just touch the pedal once and the bike gone. Sometimes, in case I may be super tired and I don't want to go, I don't really want to go. I don't have the energy. I'm not feeling it. And you know, sometimes when you sit on the bus, it's a bit kind of slow. Sometimes it may be a day where the train ain't running that direction. It may be a bit too late to get the train back. At least as long as I've got an e-bike, I'm good to go. Fully charged. I turn it on, right? I put my rucksack on. I can put my rucksack on, have that little pump, put the pump in the back of my rucksack. I put the bike tools and stuff in my rucksack, put them in my back. Bang, the bike breaks down, I can fix up the bike, I'm good to go. So that's it right there, man. That's it right there. So that's it all done. That's it all done. Now, this is where we are. This is where we are. And now, let me just move out and just continue on. So, been here for like nearly nearly 45, 50 minutes, man. So, time must be flying right now. Let me see what time it is. So, the time it must be like, yeah, look, 8:25. So, time is flying right now. So, let me just get out of this place and keep moving and do what we gotta do. So for those people who are Specialized fan, Rockhopper fan, whatever fan you are, whatever fan out there in the world you are, right, do what you gotta do, keep it pedaling, right? If I got a music for you to listen to, give Ado a listen, give Linkin Park a listen, give Breaking Benjamin a listen. Trust me, you'll like him. Give Evanescence a listen. You will like her. Right? Give people like Korn, Slipknot a listen. You will like him. Right? Give Soulfly a listen. Right? There's so much out there you can listen to where you will like, innit? So, give Disturbed a listen. They're a brilliant band as well. Play them type of music. Play that on your Spotify and you're good to go, yo. So, listen to them and you're good to go. Listen and you love it. So get the bike. This is where we are. This is the stage right here. Let's get down the stairs. I am wearing a jacket because the weather is getting a bit cold. It is really getting cold out here. So if I was you people, make sure you dress warm and just keep yourself warm, man, because this weather out here is not a joke. I can feel it is settling in. So the reason I'm wearing this, because I don't want to be catching no cold. Out here. So that's it right here. So tell me how you feel. Tell me how you think, right? If you're that type of person was into K-pop, alright, give Diane a listen. Give Hiwasa a listen. Give Hyuna a listen. Right? There's so much people that you can listen to. Wonder Girls. Right? Give all them people a listen. You'll like them. Right? If you're a person who wants to practice your K-pop dance, you can do it here. If you got your drama or whatever you're doing, you can come here. Stage at night, Southwark Park. Come here. You can perform, train. You're good to go, innit? If you're that type of person, you're probably training for a boxing match or something like that. Come here. Put your boxing gloves up. Boxing. You got the light here. You got the stage. You can box in peace. There, right? You got the light. Like, come do what you got to do, innit? So, we're out here. It's just one of those nights again. Days are going fast. When I mean fast, I mean like, days are going very, very fast. So, very fast indeed, yo. So, that's how things can be out here. So, in the end of the day, right, just do what you can do. Do life to your best, and that's all I can really say, really. So this is in 4K 30 10-bit HDR, high bit rate, Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. That's what we're recording on. We got the Samsung Galaxy Trifold that meant to be shown sometime this year. We'll find out, we'll see if it's coming or not. If it does get announced and shown this year, the phones will be highly expensive. You're looking at least £2,800 upwards. That's probably like for like the basic model, maybe like 256. Be honest, anyone's buying that phone, I do truly believe that Samsung should make that bare minimum of a 512. I don't think it's right to sell a phone that expensive as 256. I don't think it's right. Unless if you're gonna sell a phone and it's 2,800 from the Huawei Mate XT, and you want to sell at least 2,600, at least make the 256 2,600, and make the 2,800 one at least 512, because it is a lot of money. A lot of things can go wrong on a device. You got an extra screen. If you drop and hit the screen, the phone's done. It's a big investment, so you want to make sure that when people buy this phone that they're not returning it back too quickly. So the S Flex is a good, because you can utilize all screens. You can utilize like the one screen, you can utilize the 2 screen, 3 screen, stuff like that. You can fold away the back screen and you just be like a Fold 7. You could pull it out and it'd just be like a tab. It'd be like a Samsung Ultra tab, right? When it's fully unfolded, like the Ultra, you know, like the Ultra Tab 10 or Ultra Tab 11, fully unfolded, stuff like that. You got stuff like that. Or you got the G Fold where there's 2 screens fold inwards. The G Fold is a better idea. However, even if you fold that one screen, the other screen will block the other screen, meaning it's designed to be used as a normal phone into like a 10-inch tablet. So the only thing about the G Fold is that it can only be used in 2 ways. So it could be like one of your screens like a 6.9 and you go straight into a 10-inch tablet, or you got the S model where you got the, I don't know, probably one screen's probably like 6.5, 6.7. The other phone, when you let's say like inside the screen is like 6.7, something like that. Unfolded, you go up into like the probably like 8-inch display or something like that. When you unfold that one, you go up into 10. So the S makes sense. It makes sense. It really does make sense. But we'll see what they do, and then I'm off out here. Peace out.